Weekly spoilers for Days of Our Lives, June 10 to 14. Eric seeks EJ's assistance. Will he lend a hand? Monday, June 10. Wedding interrupted by gunshots. Konstantin issues ultimatum. Theresa concerned about being exposed. Greetings to all Days of Our Lives fans. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates. Days of Our Lives weekly spoilers, June 10 to 14. Eric asks for EJ's help. Will he agree? Viewers of Days of Our Lives can expect a week filled with suspense, crime, and shocking revelations from June 10 to 14, 2024. The popular NBC Peacock streaming soap opera starts off with the intense aftermath of Maggie Kyriakis and Konstantin Milana's wedding as Konstantin's visa expiration date approaches. Tensions escalate when Konstantin threatens Maggie with a gun, leading to a surprising confession that could have consequences for Theresa Donovan. As Melinda Trask and Clyde Weston deal with the fallout of their actions, Ray Fernandez tries to use Clyde's confession to his advantage against Melinda. Meanwhile, Brady Black, Xander Cook, and Alex Kyriakis must unravel a mysterious warning from Konstantin. Marlena Evans also brings troubling news to Stephanie Johnson about Bobby Stane/Everett Lynch. Will EJ DiMera agree to help Eric Brady in his time of need? As the week progresses, observers will see Johnny DiMera and Chanel Dupree anxiously await gestation test results, and Liev Stark seeking Marlena's help to deal with his particular issues. EJ DiMera receives an unusual request from Eric Brady, and Clyde Weston is interrogated by Ray Fernandez about his crimes. The week wraps up with Chad DiMera delivering shocking news to Julie Williams. It's about Abby's, Abigail Devereux, last played by Marcy Miller, possible survival, and Stefan DiMera reaching out to Kristen DiMera for help with Gabby Hernandez. Stay tuned for further interesting twists and turns in the world of Days of Our Lives from 6/10 to 6/14/2024. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Monday, June 10th hint at chaos at a wedding as shots are fired and Konstantin delivers a final warning. Theresa is also on edge as she fears her secrets may be exposed. Konstantin drops a bombshell confession, revealing his role in the plane crash that resulted in Victor's tragic death. Maddie is devastated and vows to make him pay for his actions. As tensions rise, Konstantin remains unapologetic and focused on saving himself. With the embezzlement scheme unraveling, Konstantin's time may be running out as the authorities close in on him. Konstantin could also go down for the airplane sabotage, Victoria Horton, Cook's hijacking, and indeed the attempt on Maggie's life since John Black recorded his order for the pawn. Still, Days spoilers say effects are about to take another terrible turn. Days of Our Lives suckers can anticipate the marriage drama to toast up indeed more when notoriety takes a pellet. John presently has his gun refocused at Konstantin to make sure he doesn't try to pull anything, but Konstantin might die for the armament anyway. It sounds like there'll all be a struggle over it, but who'll get shot? It could be Konstantin himself, but there was a before these scenes videotape many months ago that showed Stephen Nichols wearing a blood-stained dress shirt. It may be Steve who ends up getting wounded and rushed to the sanitarium. Still, Konstantin may get hauled off and bind in the fate. If that's the case, Days spoilers say Konstantin will deliver a vague warning before he departs, so he may allude that his abettor is still in play. Konstantin may make a vaticination about the Kyriakis clan continuing to get duped, so Alex Kyriakis, Xander Cook, and Brady Black will pound over what he means. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Theresa Donovan will inwardly freak out as she struggles to help her own exposure, so stay tuned to watch her pass to avoid bad news. Days of Our Lives Friday, June 7 recap Konstantin behind Victor's plane crash. John rejects fatal pawn orders. Days of Our Lives spoilers recap for Friday, June 7 reveals that Sarah Horton and Bonnie Kyriakis helped Maggie Kyriakis with some last nanosecond marriage form medications, including her trip to the salon. Once Maggie took off, Sarah sat with Bonnie in the city forecourt and invited her to attend her own forthcoming marriage to Xander Cook. After Sarah admitted she was hoping to invite Xander's mama, Bonnie got the news that she was apparently an alcoholic and a veritably delicate woman. Bonnie realized Sarah had to twist Xander's arm on allowing this, but Sarah really allowed it'd be good for Victoria Horton, Cook, to get to know her other grandmother. Although Sarah had a phone number for Xander's mama, she hadn't worked up the whim-whams to call yet. Bonnie snared the phone and called the number herself, which led to her leaving a rambling voicemail. Sarah eventually snared the phone reverse and left a communication with the marriage assignation. So she explained that she was Sander's fiancée and that they had a son together. Coming on Friday's day's occasion, John Black spoke to Steve Johnson about Konstantin summoning him for a private converse ahead of the marriage. Although John assumed this involved another order for the pawn, he was completely deprogrammed and ready for it. Konstantin flashed the red card, gave the pawn a gun, and told him to shoot Maggie right after the marriage. That way, Konstantin could become a fast companion and collect all Maggie's plutocrat. John intimately recorded the discussion before reporting back to Maggie and Steve, but he bothered it wouldn't be enough and felt they should stick to their current plan. Maggie felt confident since the finances had been transferred to set Konstantin up for embezzlement. Although Maggie was unsurprised over Konstantin's order to kill her, she admitted part of her had hoped he wasn't able of commodity like that. At the Kyriakis manse on Friday's day's occasion, Xander got updates on Justin Kyriakis officiating the marriage and prompted him to back out so the espousal wouldn't be. Justin refused just before Konstantin appeared and got into an argument with Xander. That led to Konstantin intimating that Xander didn't realize just how in the dark he was. Xander wondered what that was supposed to mean, but Konstantin just blustered about Victor's abomination for Xander and how he didn't leave him a penny in the will. In Theresa Donovan's bedroom, she woke up next to Brady Black. There was some awkwardness, but Brady and Theresa didn't lament what happened between them. When Brady asked about Alex Kyriakis, Theresa said this would show him. Brady asked if their association was only about getting back at Alex and came offended, but Theresa tried to move him that it was about their connection too. Indeed so, Brady felt habituated, and effects got indeed worse. Formerly, Alex knocked on Theresa's door. Theresa told Alex to come by and made sure that he caught her in bed with Brady. As Brady left in his undergarments, Theresa slipped a mask and asked what Alex wanted to talk about. Alex ultimately admitted effects were over with Kristen, who helped him see that he was crazy about Theresa and wanted only her. Theresa asked why Alex had been pushing her down, so he admitted it was because he felt like she was keeping commodity from him. After Theresa swore she wasn't hiding anything and confessed that she wanted only Alex, he believed her, though he did wonder about Brady. Theresa refocused out that she was trying to get back at Alex, so he enough much allowed he merited it and didn't hold it against her. Theresa and Alex were ready to commit to each other, so they established that before Theresa agreed to be his sanctioned marriage date. Once Alex left the room, Brady returned to see how Alex replied to Theresa not wanting to be exclusive. Theresa confessed that she actually did want to be exclusive with Alex and admitted he was done with Kristen. Brady criticized himself for going there with Theresa again and left in a huff, but she told herself that she had to let him go. Once the guests arrived for the espousal on Friday's day's occasion, Bonnie told Xander about helping Sarah with their earlier call to his mama. Xander had his dubieties about his mama ever showing up and made it clear that was fine by him. Sarah was called to the sanitarium, but the other marriage guests were seated as Justin began leading Maggie and Konstantin allowed their promises. Suddenly, Justin got an alert on his phone, so he revealed that the large sum of plutocrat had faded from Victor's charitable trust. Multiple deals had been authorized affiliated to this, so Maggie indicted Konstantin of stealing plutocrat from her since he was the only one with access. Konstantin claimed he'd been framed and tried to condemn Xander before pointing the cutlet at Steve Rather. Once Konstantin ultimately realized Maggie and Justin were part of the setup, he flew into a rage. During the showdown that followed, it came out that Konstantin had ordered Victoria's hijacking himself with the help of an abettor. Maggie demanded to know who it was, but Theresa piped up that it didn't matter since Konstantin had admitted responsibility. Konstantin ultimately whipped out the red card and told John to shoot Steve before turning the gun on himself. John said he was in Konstantin's pawn presently and held his armament on Konstantin rather to keep him in one place until the bobbies could arrive. Once Konstantin set up out about the destroyed prenup being a bogus one, he seethed and wound up making another concession. As Friday's Days of Our Lives occasion wrapped up, Konstantin admitted to sabotaging Victor's aeroplane for vengeance and transferring him to a watery grave. Days of Our Lives spoilers say further marriage curveballs are on the way, so stay tuned for further prognostications on all the mayhem. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.